Welcome back to MMA Unhinged, and joining us today is Hudson Adair. Hudson is going to be fighting at BTC 28 here in Sarnia, Ontario, next Saturday, May 3rd. So, Hudson, thank you for taking the time, man.
Yeah, thanks, Luke.
Hey, so how are you, and just how are you feeling as we're about 1 week out from your debut here?
Yeah, a week out for this BTC show. Feeling really good. Camp's been really good this time around. Weight's been on point. A little bit of a change up with the weight for the match, but I'm happy to get something booked and get out there.
Well, and I couldn't help but notice that this fight's going to be at catch weight. So what was the reason for that? And it's going to be at 177 pounds, I believe. So
Yeah.
what prompted that decision from the organization?
So I was looking for kind of a fight towards my normal welterweight or like 175 catch weight. And it seemed Mikey was kind of looking for a fight towards like 180, closer to middleweight a little bit. So we kind of settled on a catch weight that was close enough for the both of us.
Of course. That explains it. Obviously, this fight's going to be in Sarnia, your hometown. How excited are you to be able to fight in front of the home crowd?
I'm really excited. It's going to be a powerful energy coming from Sarnia. So I'm excited to be able to show off the skills that I've been honing here in the hometown rather than having to travel and show out in other places.
Mm-hmm. And even some of your teammates are going to be fighting on the same card as you out of the Ghost House. So how is that preparing for your debut, but also other people preparing for the same thing as well? Does that do something like the energy in the gym? Does that do something for your team?
Yeah, we definitely saw a big spike, very big spike, getting all of us ready. Like, as much as we only have 2 people fighting on this card, we have a lot of others training and have been honing their skills, trying to get ready for these. And very happy to have Robin having her debut on this card, and then myself getting some time finally, not having to travel to fight is very convenient.
Yeah, no doubt that would. Obviously, a lot of these fighters, I'm sure, would like to fight as close to home as possible, for sure. Yeah. That being said, so your family, friends attending, do you have many coming out? I mean, I only can imagine it's your hometown.
Yeah, I have a few people coming out. I keep a pretty close group as is, but I have my supporters out there and lots of people from my work, and Robin has some family coming out, and as well as the rest of the Ghost House team there to support us.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I'm sure you're excited, but, with anybody, I'm sure that maybe the first time fighting or that just on a scene like this, there can be the nerves. So is there something that you do to combat, or is there any strategies that you have to combat those feelings?
Yeah, I do some psychological meditation as well as like some specific drills in my training camps for nerves and for calming energies going into a fight. And yeah.
And I mean, I think it's only fair to say that it would be normal to say that anybody doing this, it's gonna, you're gonna be nervous. It's normal to be nervous, I suppose.
Yeah, like going from show to show, jumping up through the amateurs, like starting out in those kickboxing smokers or your grappling events. Those lights are very different from getting inside of an octagon or a cage with somebody and having real big lights on you, the crowd behind you. It's a lot more energy and a lot more to think about.
And with Ghost House MMA, obviously another gym there here in Sarnia, Ontario. Describe like the atmosphere and who is going to be cornering you and who has been helping you with this camp.
So I definitely had most of the team behind me helping, but for my corner, I'll absolutely have my head coach, Jesse Gross,
of course,
there, and as well my fiance be in my corner, and that'll generally be it for my corner, but very excited. The energy at Ghost House has been surpassing every peak. Every time we feel like it's at a tipping point, we just rise a little higher and get a little more fuel to the fire.
Of course. And before we go any further with your fight, I mean, we all started somewhere. So was there something or someone who influenced you to get into combat sports?
Well, yeah, I had a little bit of a rough upbringing and kind of fluttered and bounced between different gyms and availabilities and disciplines. Like I started out boxing and very quickly realized kickboxing was a better fit for me. And then jumping from gym to gym, as it was at the time. A lot of gyms in Sarnia weren't able to stay open long enough for MMA. So one of my first gyms, First Infantry, had closed relatively quickly, and then I moved over to CTA and trained with Woody for a bit, and then we pretty much founded Ghost House, and that is where the culmination of everybody from those places found themselves.
So, your nickname, clearly there has been no nickname. Have you come up with something yet? Has there been anything that's been kind of floating around Ghost House at all?
A couple things fluttering, but I'll wait until I've earned a worthy nickname to be able to staple it in.
And that being said, what's probably been the biggest thing that you've worked on for this camp, or just in the last little bit?
Last little bit has definitely be in improving some of the dull points in my game. I've definitely used this to sharpen some of the skills that I had seen some flaws in my past bouts and competitions, and really want to show a more versed skill set going into this fight.
Mm-hmm. And your opponent, Michael Adams, he's only had one amateur fight, so maybe there's not a whole lot on him. But is there anything you know for certain about your opponent and what fans can kind of expect from this upcoming fight?
Yeah, I've seen his record. I know he's had a little bit of time in the cage too, like myself, and I kind of have an expectation. He's definitely going to be a brawler. He definitely isn't coming to play nice. He is going into that cage with bad intentions, so I have to be prepared for that.
And for yourself, I mean, what do you feel you're going to bring to this fight that your opponent is going to have? It's going to make your opponent's night a very difficult night.
A absolutely unrelenting drive. I am not there for an easy time. I'm there to prove myself to not only the crowd, but to BTC that I'm here to stay.
Mm-hmm. And obviously you want to win this fight, that's the goal, but how do you see yourself winning this fight?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, Michael definitely has some strategies he'll probably try to utilize, and I'll just have to do my best to combat that and come away with the win by any means necessary.
Mm-hmm. And now I know that you're super focused on this matchup. However, there's always that question after a fight, and there's always something that you might want to do after a long training camp, and it's eating. So, what's the go-to cheat meal, and what are you gonna have after this?
Go-to cheat meal, definitely a variety. I'm a big boy at heart, and I'll definitely be eating quite a bit after. I've definitely been missing some of my more indulgent meals,
of course,
leading up to this fight, but. Yeah, cheat meal will probably be a lot of cheeseburgers, a couple drinks, and definitely some good relaxing and laughs with the team.
And for people that aren't native to Sarnia, Lambton, for people that might be coming out of town, if you had to go somewhere for cheeseburgers after, where would you go in Sarnia? There's too many good places.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a rough one. I mean, as much as there's a couple mom and pop shops, we're very limited even on our higher fast food chains, but we got some good places around. Like we got between like Bad Dog or like Burger Factory, Christo's is some really good burgers. There's really nice restaurants and some nice spots in town here.
Well, I'm sure I have no doubt that you will find something after this fight for sure. That being said, so looking ahead, obviously you don't know what can happen in a fight, but ideally, looking at where you want to be in your career, how many fights would you ideally, in a perfect world in this year, how many fights would you like?
Well, it's still early in the year. I've been thankful to keep my health going into this year, but I've had a couple competitions early in the year, and now with this one, just really be getting through the spring, getting through my work shutdown, and as soon as things kind of calm down, I'll see what's open. I know BTC has a couple more amateur events and some other events coming up, so hopefully they'll notify me when they need somebody. And
just off topic here, but you talk about shutdown. People might know you as the fighter, but people might not know you as the worker. So what do you do when you're not fighting?
Well, a true blue collar boy. I'm out there working in the refineries right now as a laborer. I mean, as much as we're on maintenance, and sometimes it can be easy, there's a lot of days that are very hard.
Well, and with your fight camp, obviously that can be very difficult, even just with just the maintenance of fighting in camp. But like, how hard is it to go and train and then do maybe a physically demanding job as you do?
Yeah, it is definitely tough. I know it is not a life for everyone, trying to balance, you know, whether working out before or after, or both before and after your shift, and then trying to work an 8, 10, 12-hour shift, especially at a time like right now, working pretty much straight 10s,
Right.
trying to fit my workouts and training camps in either before or after work is very tight on the schedule.
Of course. Well, I just want to give the floor to you. Any shouts you have, the floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, I absolutely am so thankful for my team at Ghost House and my head coach, Jesse Gross. This has been a wonderful camp leading up, and I'm excited to show off my skills and the Ghost House fighting spirit here at the BTC 28.
And for people watching, don't miss Hudson's fight next Saturday, May 3rd. It's gonna be fireworks. I think it's gonna be great for the city of Sarnia, and just go look next Saturday night.
Yeah, tickets available at btc.ca, and yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again for your time, and
Thanks, Luke.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.